جاي والله هلا فين وبدي وصلت له على المحل اللي انت منه. على هيك انا جيتك من اخر الدنيا عشان تحكي لي الكلمتين. قلت له لا حبيبي تعال افتح لك مليون شيكل مليون دولار تاخذ.
تعال هلا.
شيء. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. الله
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
استغفر الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome all of you to this night. This is the night of the 28th of Ramadan. In it, we're going to finish the Quran, and we hope that for all of us there is a prayers that's going to be answered. So be concerned to be there and to be in witr from the dua, from the supplication, that we seek Allah's acceptance and answer. Today we have talked about one of the best characters, Al-Ithar. We have promised that we're going to analyze it more. Ithar will somebody prefer the good to go to someone else over himself. Like you have something that you like, you want for yourself, and you need it. Allah said they feed the food and they love it. It's not something that's extra or leftover. No, it is the good food that they love. The Ansar, Allah Azza wa Jal has given them a good comment of what they have. And Allah Azza wa Jal has said that they are prefer others upon themselves. And the other side, there is the selfish person, the one who loves everything for himself, that he will never benefit no one else. They said one stingy person had a dirham and looked at it and started talk to him. How many hands you have went through? How many pockets you went through? How many countries you traveled? But today, my hand will hold you and will never let go of you. Be sure that you're not going to travel after today. So the Ithar, going back of the good character of Ithar, which is to prefer others over yourself. And in the history of the companions and the Prophet ﷺ, there are so wonderful examples on this character, how it's applied. And I will give a couple of samples. In Sahih al-Bukhari, that Abu Huraira used to say, by Allah, I used to go on the ground from hunger. And I used to put the stone on my stomach and tied it from hunger. And one time I stood on the way, and Abu Bakr passed by and asked him about an eye. I never asked him except to feed me. So he did not pay attention what I meant. Then Umar came in and asked him the same thing. I told him so he could feed me, but he did not. Then Abu Qasim did. Then he smiled and he knew what I had, and he said, "Oh, Abu Hur." And I said, "Yes, oh Prophet of Allah." He said, "Come on, come with me. Follow me." So I followed him. Then he took permission. Then he allowed me. And he found some yogurt, milk, in a cup. And they told him, so gave it to you. So Abu Hur,
لبيك
he said yes.
قال الحق إلى أهل الصفة
He said, run to the people of Safwa and wait for me. And the companions used to come with clothes or food and they leave it for the people of Safwa. It is a place in the back of the masjid for the needy. They have no place. If they get charity, they will take it to him. The Prophet ﷺ don't eat sadaqah. If someone brings sadaqah, he send it to them. And he don't eat the sadaqah. And if he got a gift, he will share it with them. Abu Hurairah says, so I felt bad. Like it's a small cup of milk and he wanted me to share it with everybody in there. So I said to him, so what is this gonna do for the people, the poor people who live there? Yeah, I need to take like a drink. I need something to help me, just for me. So when he came in, he ordered me. So I used to give it to them. And what am I gonna get out of the milk? Whomever served people, he is the first one to eat. He's gonna say, take this and get him a drink. You're not gonna drink first. You have to give it to everybody first. So I used to give to them. So what am I gonna get out of this milk? And there was nothing. I have to obey Allah and His Messenger. So I went to them and started inviting them, and they all came in. They asked permission and they sat down in the house. He said, Abu Hur? I said, yes, Allah. He said, give them. So I took it and I used to give to the person and drink until he's quits his thirst. Then he bring me the cup. So I give it back until he drink until he's finished. And this until all of them. And then I came to the Prophet ﷺ, and everybody drank from the milk. So he put it in his hand and he smiled. He said, Abu Hur? He said, yes. He said, there's only me and you. He said, yes. He told him, okay, go and drink. So I started drinking. And then he told me to drink again. And he kept telling me, drink. He said, no, I can't anymore. I don't have a place for it. It's get to the top. He said, look at me. So I showed him. So he thanked Allah and said Bismillah, and he drank whatever is left over. This is the blessing of the Prophet ﷺ. So this cup that has a little bit of milk, it was enough to feed everybody, to make everybody drink from it. I mean. Aisha used to wish that she could be buried next to the Prophet. When Umar was killed and he looked to be buried next to his companions, he said when he was hit with a knife, he sent his son and he told him, tell the mother of the believers, Aisha, whether I have permission to be buried next to my companions. And she said, I used to want this place for me, but today I prefer it for him. So when he came,
ما لديك
He said, what?
لقد
She
أذن
said she gave you permission.
فقال
He told me.
ما كان شيء أهم إلي
I said, nothing more important to me than this place.
أهم إلي من ذلك الموضع فإذا
He said, if I'm dead, take me and then ask again if she gave me permission, if not, take me to the barrier of the Muslims. So he wanted to stress on that after his death, so she's not feared his status. From the wonderful examples that Muslim is narrated in his Sahih, that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, that a needy came to me and I gave her 3 dates. So give her kids 1 date. And she wanted to take a date to take it her mom. So her daughters want to eat it. So she split them. So I like what she did. I mentioned that to the Prophet ﷺ. Then he said, He freed her from a nar, or he required the Jannah to her. 3 dates. She gave each of her 2 daughters 1 date. I wanted to take 1 date for herself. So one of the daughters wanted to eat. So she took the 3rd one and cut it in half, gave each one half. Maybe this is repeated, or in us or eyes, it's nothing. But the Prophet in the hadith that Muslims listen, that Allah has required a Jannah to her because of that action. So you don't know which action, which deed that you will be successful, that you will be freed from the hellfire. So, what do you mean you go to protect your face from the hellfire? Because you're going to have your hand tied behind you. So if you throw in the fire, you cannot protect your face with your hands. So the Prophet ﷺ is to fear Allah, fear the hellfire by even half a date. Abu Talha used to have more dates in Medina, and his best money is Birha, is a place, and it used to be facing the masjid. And he Ali used to drink from it. Until Allah said that you will not reach pure until you spend from what you love. So Abu Talha said to the Prophet ﷺ, this is what Allah said, and the most beloved to my money is that garden, and it is charity for Allah. I ask to be among, I hope to get it's good and in the sake of Allah, so do whatever you want. He said, this is money that is going to profit. Abu Hamid al-Jash'i said, I sent one time to Ali al-Mut seeking a cousin. I said, if there's a little bit, I will wipe his face. So I said, do you want me to give you some drink? I heard someone said, "Oh," so he said, "Go to him." That wasn't battle. After the battle, that was Hisham Naas. He said, "Shall I give you some water?" So he said, "Yes." And then here someone said, he said, "Go to that water to someone else." And then when I reached that one, he was dead. When I went back to Hisham, he was dead. And then I went to my cousin, and he was dead. And none of them drank water. Each one preferred his brother over himself. Al-Bihaqi mentioned this in the Sharh of Ayman. Al-Hafiz ibn Kathir, he mentions this in his tafsir. These beautiful meanings, we are in desperate need in it. We need to renew it and to use it in our lives. What's in between the Muslims in their example of their goodness, like the one body, if one place is called, the whole place will ask for it. Those who disparate their religions and became different groups, they will not enter paradise. You will not enter Jannah until you love each other. We want to teach you one thing so you could love each other. Spread salam, greetings between yourself. And we talked also about the ithar in worship. In the worship, if you are among an obligatory part, there is no preference in them. And we gave the example. You have one water and you need to make wudu. There is nothing except this water. Don't prefer others over you, because you are obliged to make your wudu. Allah will not accept your prayer until you make wudu. But if it is for a sunnah, you're not going to leave your first row. Yeah, this is something disputed. Some who said you don't do it, he said there's no preference on closeness to Allah, and you go to Him. Everyone needs to take care of the actions of the hereafter and to compete in the levels to be closer to Allah. And other scholars, they said, no, you can do it. And they gave a good example. He said, when you make Hajj on behalf of others, and you already made Hajj on yourself, you give him a preference over yourself. You have a lot of other actions. If you went to Hajj, you went that extra thing is to yourself, or if you pray more than that's out of the Hajj prayer. So if you make Hajj in behalf of someone, all that extra things you do, it's for yourself. But the Hajj itself, the reward for it, to whomever you represented, and you get the reward of al-birr, which is the goodness. If our Prophet said, whomever if someone lead to something good, he gets that same reward. So about the person who do it. Anyway, this is something between that scholar. That Ibn Qayyim, he said, when you give charity to others from the disease, whether Hajj or charity, you have preferred him of that reward of that thing over yourself. So it is good to have this renewed in our lives. And we finished Ramadan and all night with this thing It shows the love and show the good characters that Allah described the Ansar in His book. And those who look for the place, they love those who migrate to them and do not find anything in their chest among what they were given, and they prefer others over themselves, even if they have a need for it. And whomever is protected from his misery, these are the things which shall continue tomorrow.